What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Pro Tabletop. I'm Brad, and we have blast weapons. Very exciting to know which weapons are going to be blast in 9th edition. So we heard that there was 175 blast weapons. Well, we have the full list now. So now you can look at what weapons in your army are going to be able to take advantage of this for those units of 6 or more, or 11 or more for playing against hordes or larger units. There are a lot of units that are going to suffer from being shot at by blast for sure. So having blast weapons in your list in 9th edition is going to be very, very important. I can tell you right now, I'm going to definitely make sure every list that I play has some sort of blast in it, because you want to take advantage of that against horde armies. So without any further ado, into the list. So I'm going to kind of go through this list. Maybe I'll point out a couple things for you here. And there's obviously a lot that we knew were going to happen. And it looks like, most, if not all, anything that was D3 shots or D6 shots are now going to be seeing the blast rule. I play mainly Tau, Grey Knights, and Eldar. So I'm super excited about some of these. So for example, on this first page for Tau, you've got the air bursting fragments, which is kind of a no-brainer, but being able to have those, even though they're only strength 4, going against like T3 or T4 armies, having indirect fire, being able to put that like on a bunch of suits if you want to, and being able to eliminate like a whole squad of orcs or something like that with them could be really well. Haywire cannon is pretty gnarly to, yeah. That's pretty crazy. So Haywire cannon is huge. Ion cannon, ion accelerators, also absolutely amazing for me. There's tons of stuff though. Like you got blast charges on here. Pretty much you've got tons of all the sticky bombs, all the squig launchers, all the stuff for orcs are on here. So everything. Bolt sniper rifle. Let's talk about this one. So bolt sniper rifle. That's pretty sweet, because now not only are your snipers going to be good against characters and stuff like that, but if you go up against, larger squads, now you're getting 9 shots instead of potentially only 3 against them with, the D3 shots. So that's really big. And that's way more devastating. Even if it's against like a 6-man squad or a squad of like Eldar bikers or something like that. That's huge. That's really big. So as we move on to the next page to see more weapons, again, there's 175 blast weapons. So you've got mortars on here, you've got rocket pods, you've got demolition charges, D cannons, which is really good. Support platforms, wraith seers, things like that. Have the D cannons, so now you can guarantee more shots against larger armies. The interesting thing is going to be with this edition and all the blast rules, it's definitely going to make a lot of sense to try and keep units of 5 and have more units of 5. But with a battalion and trying to keep your CP and limiting it to the detachments that you use to maximize your CP, you can only go so deep in smaller squads before you run out of slots to be able to bring stuff. So it'll be very interesting, and you're either going to kind of give up CP, do bigger squads, and things like that. So it's going to be really, really interesting. You see on here all the Wyverns and the Whirlwinds have stuff. Plasma cannons, Twin Link plasma cannons. The Thunderfire cannon is on here. Obviously, that's a huge one to point out. So they definitely are good. You got the Sun Cannon, because, so many people play Wraith Knights. No, and nobody's going to. So tons of stuff. Which weapon are you most excited about? Before I go to the next page, I'm going to tell you which weapon I'm most excited about. There's 2 on here for Eldar, the Doomweaver and the Prism Cannon. So in my opinion, and I'm going to do something on this comparing these two, those are the 2 that you're going to look out for Eldar a lot, because Fire Prisms and Night Spinners are huge for them. And then the last page is just going to polish off a couple you didn't see on the last one down at the bottom there underneath like the Executioner Plasma. It's like the bottom 6 on each column. So there is a lot of weapons. Very, very cool to see what the weapons are, so you can kind of start to wrap your head around what you can put in your lists and everything like that. So again, in the comments below, let me know what blast weapon you are most excited about. What are you going to start tailoring your list around? Is it going to be a certain blast weapon or a certain unit that has blast weapon, so you always kind of have that core in your thing? For my Eldar, for example, I am very, very excited about fire prisms. And I think that fire prisms are going to be the core of my list for every list I do. For me to remove those from my list is going to take a lot. And I think that I'm going to have to do multiple detachments, but I think that those are going to be the the core of my list. So what is your core? Let me know in the comments. Like, comment, subscribe, do all the fun things. Peace out.